All right, awesome. Hey, Eli, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing, Victor?
I'm doing
Hey.
good. Am I waiting for Adam here too, or
No,
is?
Oh,
I'm
he's
here. I'm
Oh,
here.
I
I
just.
should be
Oh, there you
here.
are.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good,
great.
thanks.
Yeah. Guys, I'm here with Eli and Adam, the creative team behind Clown in a Cornfield, which opens this weekend, and I feel really fortunate. I've gone to see this movie a couple times, and I got to see it at Overlook, and I got to see it at one of the drive-in screenings this past weekend.
Oh, awesome.
So it's cool to kind of experience this with some different crowds. And I wanted to ask you guys, and I'm sure you've gotten this already, but what do you guys think makes clowns the sort of new universal horror icon?
I'm gonna let Adam go this time. I always go first with it.
I don't know. I think it's just like I think clowns are weirdly specific, but also weirdly versatile. I think if you look at like the panoply of clowns, we've got supernatural clowns, we got Pennywise, we got space alien clowns with the Kyotos, with Killer Clowns from Outer Space. We got Art,
That's
who's
true.
like possibly an eldritch, possibly religious clown, and then you got Frendo, who is a person in a mask, slashing it up old fashioned style.
I call him the working class clown.
There we go. Yeah.
The
I
working
Blue
guess to
man.
collar hero. Yeah. The
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen of killer clowns.
I guess to play a little bit on that idea, maybe make it a little bit unique. It's like you said, it's somebody behind a clown, but really, I think the antagonist in this is authority figures. And you guys, Eli cast a couple really awesome actors in this, Kevin Durant and Will Sasso, as a couple of these authority figures. Can you talk a little bit about the casting process for them? Because I think they're awesome in this.
Yeah, they were first choices, both of them. And I didn't audition either one of them. I just went out to them personally and said, "Hey, would you be in the movie?" They both said yes, and it was just awesome. It was exactly the way I had envisioned it. For Will Sasso as the sheriff, Sheriff Dunn, I I wanted him to both carry this massive weight, like this heft and power behind him, but also there's something very funny about the character. And he has some lines I think only Will Sasso could do where they're like mean lines, but they're delivered in a humorous way. And he's an oddly likable villain. And then for Kevin Durant, there's not many people that could own like a 5 page kind of like Scooby-Doo reveal that he just owns the space and is so terrifying and menacing and like wonderfully villainous at all the same time, and it just pulls it off. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome. Kind of playing off that question a little bit, Eli, you've done a couple of awesome movies that really play with the tone of horror and comedy with Little Evil and Tucker and Dale. Can you talk about balancing a comedy and horror in film, especially in this being an adaptation?
Well, I think you have to choose your lane, right? And each time, like with Tucker and Dale, I chose a very specific lane of like comedy first, horror, and the kills are the funniest parts. And Little Evil was sort of a character horror story, father son reunification story. And this movie's like horror first with elements of comedy. And I really try to push the suspense and horror thriller part and have just like breakout moments of comedy in there for relief.
Well, that's awesome. All right, my last question here, a little bit for Adam here. At Overlook, I remember you saying you were a teacher, and that sort of informed your writing process in this book. This movie really was one of the first movies I feel that made me feel kind of old. Can you talk a little bit about writing for a younger voice?
First movie that made you feel old. There we go. There's a put it on the poster. As a teacher, I was surrounded by students every day, and I think I'd been writing for a very long time. Had about 10 books for an adult audience, all while I was teaching. And I looked at the kids around me one day, and I was like, these are smart, competent, funny, very unique people that like I really want to be reaching out to with my fiction. Like I should write something that they can enjoy that kind of represents who they are and where they are in the world right now. And this is the book that kind of came out of that. And Eli's film keeps a lot of the same themes and a lot of the same characters and really enhances some of those themes and characters in a certain way. So I'm just really as an ex-educator, I'm not a teacher anymore, but as an ex-educator, I'm just really proud of how the film turned out. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, thanks for your time, guys. I really look forward to this movie coming out so more people can see it this weekend, Clown in Cornfield, May 9th. Uh, Thanks again for your time, guys. Super appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank you
Victor.
so much, Victor.